It's Saturday night. Cue the musical guest, Limp Biscuit. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Move in and move out, you motherfucking cow. Rolling, 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 rolling. Short the starfish, we keep on rolling, baby. It's Saturday night and we're doing it like a freight train to hell, ringing that bell. Have a computer named Dell. Steve Urkel, there he fell. So what's up, everyone? Anyone in between out there in YouTube land? Will anyone pop up as a guest? I don't know. We will see. As fricassee as it could be. Just wanted to do a stream since it's Saturday night. And I'm waiting for stuff to transfer anyway from my camcorder to my computer anyway, so this gives me something to do while I'm waiting to do that. Let's see, last time we talked about Expendables 4, and that led to a fun discussion with Uncle Bill, Stem, and Mark. That was nice to see. Expendables 4 trailer still looked like trash. The beginning did look like Mr. and Mrs. Smith Part 2. The font, the build up to it. It is sad that Expendables 4 has turned into, though Freddy's turned into a joke. He went from Stallone, Statham, Jet Li, Mickey Rourke, Arnold, Bruce Willis to Megan Fox and 50 Cent and Andy Garcia. And I like Andy Garcia, but really, Andy Garcia? 50 Cent and Megan Fox is like a partridge in a pear tree. Alter Ego, hello there. Hope you're doing well. Hey there, Orc. Hope you're doing well, man. I'm having a not too bad weekend so far. Uh, how you doing, man? TMNT became a joke when those Michael Bay films came out. Expendables 4 will suck harder than John Wick 4. Well, here's the thing. I wanted John Wick 4 to be good. I know Expendables 4 would never be good, so kind of a trick question. Chris Tucker, I mean, he would have been a great addition to the Friday sequels, but he didn't want to do them. That was his choice, whether it's because of a money issue, because he wanted to do the Rush Hour sequels, which got a lot more payday, or I don't know if that was the time he found Jesus and then he didn't really do those more vulgar movies. Plus, I don't know about Chris Tucker. I've heard he's on the Jeffrey Epstein list. So I don't know about Chris Tucker, what his old deal is. Well, here's the thing, the downfall of the Expendables franchise. We think it's a downfall, but do they think it's a downfall? If they don't think it's a downfall and they think they're doing the right thing, but we just don't get as an audience, then who's going to make that documentary? That's where the question comes into play. Who makes that documentary? I just, if a fan does it on YouTube, sure, but if like official, they don't think it's a downfall. They think bad timing. You didn't get it, audience. I think the actor who played Andy Barkley was retired at that time, Sylvia. Which franchise has not bit the bullet, in your opinion? I'm not big on Back to the Future, but I wouldn't say it bit the bullet. So the Back to the Future trilogy. I mean, I could watch Back to the Future 3 for what it is, but I wouldn't say it bit the bullet. I'm sure there are others. I'm just got to think about them. for a bit. Like there's The Collector and The Collection, two movies I enjoy. Thankfully, the third film got canceled. Hip hip hooray. Meet the Flintstones. I know nothing about it. 80-year-old Indiana Jones, 70-year-old Batman in the Flash, 70-year-old Terminator Star Family Dark Fate. Nostalgia is what's going on. I've been saying this for years, but no one listens to me. Hey, Will Ferrell, number one. RJ, new Transformers, good but generic. Well, generic sounds about right. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug, and it's one that sadly is being a deficiency in the media of today because they want to hold on to it. They don't want to let go. And there's a lot of people that will, how do I put it, apologize for it, that will fight for the right to keep feeling that drug of nostalgia because they don't want to let go. We never needed one Leprechaun movie, let alone more. Leprechaun movies have always sucked. They've always sucked in existence of history. They've always sucked. There's never been a good Leprechaun film ever in the entire history of film. Prove me wrong. Well, it's all a matter of opinion, but I'm just joking. But I'm not joking in the fact that there's never been a good Leprechaun movie in the history of movies. Never. Sylvia, if it's a paid request, I don't really care about Warner Animation. I don't care what they do. I don't care if they found a pot to piss in. I don't care if they got drowned in a boat down by the river. I don't care if they got put into a van by the river and drove off the damn highway. I don't care. I think the first Leprechaun sucks as well. I did a commentary with the guys at Dead Pit, and I think the last thing I said is this film sucks. It seemed like everybody was in agreement too. So death by pogo stick. That kind of tells everything. You kill a person with a pogo stick. I mean, come on now. Anytime you have a movie where someone gets killed with a pogo stick, the movie should just give up. Howard the Suck. Sylvia, I only do paid requests right now. Sorry. Robert Englund's been retired for how long? He hasn't played Freddy in 2003, and now people think he's retired? I mean, he hasn't played Freddy Krueger since 2003 for like 20 years. Like he hasn't played Freddy for 20 years now. People go, "Oh my god, he's retired." I'm like, "It's been 20 fucking years." One missed call, I don't remember a thing about it, so that says a lot for me. Here it's 8 p.m., Charlie. How's it going in Australia? That'd be a cool place to visit, Australia. Japan, Australia. What else? Pretty much everywhere. I'm not really into fan films right now. If it surprises me, it surprises me, but I don't really seek out fan films. If it's a request, sure, but I don't seek out fan films. I really don't. Because I don't like this thing where you have to give an easy pass to a fan film because it's a fan film, and if you're harsh on it, then you're just being quote, an asshole. And I'm like, no, I'm being honest. But it's like, no, every fan film has to get a free pass because it's a fan film. And I'm like, well, fuck it then. Then if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. Whether it's a fan film or a film. Hi, happy birthday, Mimi. Hello there, Aragorn. Wake and Fright, I've never heard of. Never heard of Wake and Fright. It's like Wake and Bake. Once in a while, a fan film could be good. I mean, despite me not liking the people involved, I did like Never Hike Alone. I did like well, no, what was it? That's a movie. Oh, what's the? How the hell did I forget the name? I cannot believe I forgot the damn name. It's the goofy, silly one. They're in the future. There's karate. There's 80s. I cannot believe it starts with a K, I swear. I cannot believe I forgot the damn name. I'm losing it nowadays with names. Always bad with names. So that's why more often than not I have to write names down. No, of course we didn't. We don't need Indiana Jones 5. We didn't. But that's been said many, many times. Ah, you like Uncle Buck? That's cool. I'm glad you like Uncle Buck. Ryan's Babe. I've never heard of it. I don't know if an episode of the Goldbergs count. I mean, I guess so, but as a cameo, okay, sure. Hey there, arcade. No, we don't need a lot of sequels. How about don't have anyone play Freddy? Just create your own new character. How about that? Is that against the law nowadays? To create your own new damn character? Is that against the law in Hollywood? Is that against the law? Is that against the law? That's just a question. Is that against the law? Some law, any law. Is it? That's the question. Well, yeah, of course David Green wants to make a new Exorcist trilogy because his Halloween trilogy made a lot of money. And that's what they do. They follow the money. It's always been like that because that's show business. It's always the business part. They follow the money. Halloween made money because people went to pay their ticket and gave them their money so that you get more what you pay for. I mean, complain about these sequels? Don't go see them. If you have to see them, there are ways of doing it for free. And you know it, and I know it. If you absolutely positively have to see these films, there are ways to do it for free. Otherwise, don't go see it. Or at least don't give them your money. Do not give them your money. I didn't see the William Peter Blatty's son spoiling and trashing. No, what did he say? Liam, I'm doing okay. Let's see. I don't know. Rob Zombie's Halloween films are still pretty damn bad. So I still maintain those are the worst Halloween films I've seen. But Halloween Ends is pretty close. No, Halloween Ends I probably would say is the worst now that I think about it. I think the first two I'd rather watch over Rob Zombie's Halloween, but Halloween Ends might be the worst one I've seen. That might be the worst. But Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is pretty bad as well. No, I still maintain Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is the worst, and then Halloween Ends, and then Rob Zombie's Halloween. Justified, I've never seen. Sorry, never seen the show. Halloween 2007 gave me a headache. Yeah, they gave a lot of people a headache. A lot of times. Give you damn headaches. Well, yeah, there's no point in watching Rob Zombie's Halloween. The second half is just a B for B remake, only badly done, of the original. And then Rob Zombie, he wasn't even a fan of the original Halloween. I don't care what he says. You can tell from his interviews he wasn't a fan of the original Halloween, despite his BS that he told people. There's tons of interviews where Rob Zombie is saying, I don't like the way Donald Pleasance acts in that movie. I don't like the way just Donald Pleasance, he says, sounds drunk. I don't like that Michael Myers drives the car. I don't like this. I don't like that. I had to review the Monsters Up, but sadly, something got screwy with that video, so I had to take it down. Uh, if if someone wants to send a request, I rewatch it on my own. But if someone wants to request it, that's fine. Hope you're doing well, Kentucky. I'm not looking forward to any movies. What movies am I supposed to look forward to? Hey, Jonathan, I like Cellular. I think that's an underrated film. No problem, Kentucky. Hope you're doing well. Uh, the worst movie you've watched the most? Well, I mean, if it's the worst movie, why would I watch it the most? If it's the worst movie, I would only want to watch it once. So, hey, Rapper Kirby, hope you're doing well. I'm glad you enjoyed the review of Stealth. Thank you, man. Well, also, what movie are you doing? What movie are you supposed to watch in theater? Sorry, see, me trying to talk about the movie theater, killing my throat, trying to make me suffocate. I was going to say, what movie are you supposed to see in the theater? What movie is supposed to be worth the shit? Hey, Fadi, I will get the Bad Boys 2 as soon as I can. Thank you once again, man. Liam, just been up to the requests and videos I've been uploading on YouTube. No, Indiana Jones 5, I think, will suck ass because I think it will be a shitty movie. Jose, hello there. Uh, John Wick 4 is more disappointing because I thought that would be a good movie. Mitch's Resurrections was never going to be a good movie. So take that how you will. So what was wrong with the Boogeyman, Saint? Tubi or YouTube? Yeah, it's a good bet. It's a good bet. John Wick 4 can kiss my ass. Teach their own, Eden. John Wick 4 can suck my dick. Okay, Michael, thanks for spoiling it for everybody. Congrats. I'm just messing, man. But there might have been people who did not want that spoiled, Michael, so be careful of that stuff. Just saying. I'm sorry about that, Liam. Hope things get better for you, man. Familiar and predictable. Man. Yeah. I mean, the title is pretty much a generic title anyway. Nice hat, thank you. It's a Rambo hat. The I had an older one. It's cool, Michael. I have nothing against it, but I don't want people getting mad at you for it. That's why I said that. I don't care about spoilers. I really don't care. But there's been people that get mad, and I don't want them to get mad at you. So that's why I said that. Well, Tony is a hack for a reason. Who gives a crap what Tony thinks? This is a guy that rode the back of the angry video game nerd and still did nothing for him. This guy like rode the back and the sack of the angry video game nerd, and he still hasn't gotten that far. So there you go. If you've seen Smile with Fowls and Babadook, then you've seen Boogeyman. I've seen Smile with Fowls, so yeah, that figures. Green Lantern, I didn't hate it like other people did. I didn't mind it for what it was, but I didn't grow with the character. I don't know jack squat about the character. I just, I don't know. It has its flaws, but I didn't hate it like other people did. I don't know. AB, you don't have to ask Chris. Ask Chris Duttman. Ask him on his YouTube channel. I didn't like Smile. I don't know why he got praise. Hey, Review Deems, and I hope you're doing well. Red Bar Radio, I haven't heard of it. Sorry, I haven't heard of the thing. Let's see. Texas, been a few years. It's been a while. Been a while. Aragorn Skywalker, I don't care as long as he stays away from me. I'm sorry, I don't care. No, I don't really care about any new Superman films, man. Until it proves me wrong, I don't care otherwise. Because the last batch of Superman films have not been that great. No problem, Rapper Kirby. No problem, man. Man of Steel, I think, is a piece of junk. Dark Prime, nope. Have not been requested it. Nope. Superman Captain America crossover, nah, doesn't really intrigue me. I don't know who that is. Rumored to play Lois Lane. I've never heard of that person, so I don't know who that is. Uh, hey there, DJ Donnelly. Clayface and Two Face in the Batman sequel. We'll see. Uh, yeah, I like Bruce Lee fan. I like Bruce Lee films. Enter the Dragon is a great movie. DJ, I'm doing okay. Hey, John, hope you're doing well. Yeah, love Broken Arrow. Film made me cry? Nah, not really. Not that I can think of. Not literally cry. No, I'm not Kevin Smith. Oh, thank you, Bronson. I appreciate it, man. In your opinion, what do you think is Ozzy Osbourne's most Halloween themed album? I don't really know because I really don't know much about the albums. I know about the specific songs, but I really don't know about his albums. In the case of, I didn't really own albums like that as a kid. The only albums I owned was movie soundtracks. Those are the only albums I owned was movie soundtracks, whether it be Maximum Overdrive or Over the Top or Rocky Four. So those are the only ones. So album, like I don't know his albums like other people do. I know some of his songs, of course. But yeah, I can't answer that question. Uh, I know I like the Dio album. I listen to that, especially the I song. I, I, under pressure. Da, 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 da. I, I, I. So maybe people in the chat will have a better answer for you than that, but let alone I don't even know which songs are on which albums to answer what's the more Halloween themed. I would say Trick or Treat, but that's a movie. So maybe the album. That's not Ozzy's album, but I don't say Trick or Treat since he was in the movie. But thank you, Bronson. I appreciate that. Yes, I've seen Moonfall. It was boring. It was slow. It was overlong. Uh, Guess Who? I did not see. Trouble Thunder. I think is a classic. OnlyFans. I'm not on it, so I don't care. Victory. I'm not a fan of. I like Stallone, but that's not one I'm not. I don't give a shit about soccer, and I don't really care about the plot. Kind of like I want to be the Great Escape. Michael Caine, Stallone do a good job, but I just don't care about the plot, the story, the sport. I don't care about the new Superman. I'm kind of done with superhero films right now. Scooby Meets Courage. I've never seen. No problem, Rapper Kirby. That's fine. Yes, I do remember Taking Three, Sally, and all the bad editing. Absolutely, they're bad for a reason because the director didn't know what he was doing. I don't care what Kevin Smith wants. Kevin Smith shouldn't want anything. Thank you, Aragorn. I appreciate it, man. With all these latest sequels, I'd be surprised if they made a Titanic 2 or something ridiculous. There is a Titanic 2. Hey, Salty Dagger, there is a Titanic 2. It's from the Asylum, I think. Uh, no, I haven't seen Renfield. Yeah, 2010 from the Asylum, there's Titanic 2, where there was another ship built. I think it was also called Titanic and has cheap special effects. So I did. There is a Titanic 2. Bruce Davison, who played the Senator in the first X-Men movie, who was the original Willard from back in the day in the 70s. He stars in it. So, yeah, The Asylum beat you to it. Titanic 2. You can watch it. I think you can watch it on Tubi. So, yeah, they beat you to it. Titanic 2. Titanic on the water. Usually is on the water. Haven't seen Dexter. I know of it, though. Didn't see Renfield. Haven't been requested it. I like Creed 3. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and say, I don't like Creed 3 because I said I didn't like the first two. No, I'm going to be honest. Hey, Boomstick Critique. By the way, thank you, Aragorn. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Boomstick, I'm doing okay. How are you doing? Hope you're doing okay. It's Saturday night. Moving to the fight. Gonna find that lady, she's going to bite the balls off till they fall off. Then you show it off until her mouth is off. It's time for Limp Biscuits. You take the nookie, then you take the cookie, you stick it up their ass, and stick up the yeah, stick it up their ass, stick up the yeah. I think they should make no more Transformer films. Yes, there is a Poseidon Adventure with Rutger Hauer. I think Steve Gutenberg is in it as well. I don't need a Creed 4. Like one, start when the end is good. You don't need to melt these franchises all the time. Oh, that's cool, Boomstick. But no, they shouldn't do any more Transformer films. That's my thoughts. Kamen Rider, hope you're doing well. Alter Ego, why would I care about things killing five? I didn't like any of the Lane Staley movies. Why would I want any more? Hey, this film you didn't like? Let's have more of them. That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Uh, hey, DLJ Leon K. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Lady Killers, I barely remember. I remember Tom Hanks seeming like he was the Colonel from the KFC commercials. I don't mind Ben Stiller. Tropic Thunder is great. He directed The Cable Guy, which I liked. So no, I don't mind Ben Stiller. I agree. You don't need any more after Creed 3. Michael, no one's requested. Because no one gives a shit what I think about it. That's why. Do you support Target? Uh, I don't go to. There are no Targets around here. Like Thundercats? Yeah, I don't mind Thundercats. Me, myself, and Irene. I remember not minding that film. I remember having some fun with it. I never watch video game awards because I don't really give a rat's ass what they think. Is the best the best? I don't care what they think. I care what I think was the best. I don't care what a bunch of strangers think are the best game of the year. Why should I give a crap about what they think? Spider-Man 3 or No Way Home? How about an anal evacuation? How about that instead? Well, it's the same thing, so I'm comparing apples to apples. Bloodline? Never heard of Bloodline. Son of the Mask? Awful. No, you don't need a Drago movie. Like, why would you need a Drago movie? Dark Gold, that's all the videos I got that are uploaded. That's all the ones I got. I already uploaded the Alien 3 one. I uploaded the Clerks 3 one. I uploaded, I think, the Halloween one. Oh, that's cool, Jose. That's cool that you think that way. No, I've never seen Lolita. No, why would I want them to go ahead with their Universal Monsters shared universe? The Mummy was bad enough. Postal, one of Uwe Boll's worst films. Al Baldwin, I don't think they should be dropped. He should be in jail. For how long is up to the courts to decide, but to get away with no punishment, that's stupid, but not surprising. Malcolm in the Middle show I didn't watch. John Malkovich, good actor. I don't know what's going on with him lately. I don't drink any alcohol, so I don't know anything about Bud Light. Hey, Lord Cosmo, hope you're doing well. Kevin Smith cries at everything. He cries when the sun rises. He cries when he takes a piss. I don't care if Kevin Smith cried. Hey, RJB. Always nice to see another Runaway fan. Thank you. We're few and far in between. So, but yeah, I always love Runaway. Always love the film. Why do you abstain from alcohol? Because it tastes awful, and I get no pleasure out of it. Hey, Dante. Double Take. I thought it was a pretty lame movie. JJ Ladder remake. I don't even remember the movie. It was so awful. I honestly can't tell you any details about the film other than I hated it. Um, no, I think they've done enough 24. You don't need any more. You don't need any more 24. Runner didn't see Jonathan. Worst John Leguizamo film, The Pest. It's easily the worst one he's done. Hey there, Samuel. John Wick 4, underwhelming. I know how you feel, Wayne. Hey, Alexander. Hope you're doing well, sir. Hope you're doing well. Alexander Clifton. We'll jump on the cliff until that fucking tit rises up to the sun like a gone. And then you're gone to the center of the clit. Going to take a bunch of lady hits. Do you believe in aliens? I don't know. Are they chicks and are they little aliens? Hey, Predator. Hope you're doing well. Matt Damon, I liked as an actor. The Martian was really good. Good Will Hunting, among others. But yeah, the pet. Worst John Leguizamo film I would say is The Pest. The Pest. D Fins. Minor D. Major D. Sucking my D. Who's worse, D or Uncle Joe? Both. Bryan Cranston is retiring soon. Why? Just because? Maybe he sees all the shitty roles out there and he's like, I can't win with this. If that's the case, I guess I can't blame him. Samuel, I'll pick Cobra. Ah, Finland. Cool. How's it going in Finland? What time is it in Finland? Well, Vin Diesel should be mad as his agent for picking a bunch of bad roles to tank his career. Netflix Cleopatra, I know nothing about it. Nothing. Hulk Hogan film you tolerate, Suburban Commando. Is Meryl Streep overrated? She doesn't bother me. My boyfriend's bat, didn't see it. Hey, Sam Crow, hope you're doing well. Saw the Hedgehog was shot down the road from my hometown. Cool. A Man Apart, I don't remember much about it, to be fair. Uh, 1980s Betamax, there's no better film than that. Neither one. Uh, I'm an X-Files guy. I never could get into Twin Peaks. Space Jam, I like for what it is. I know it's superficial, but I enjoy the Space Jam. 4 in the morning. Oh, wow. Well, that's Vin Diesel's fault. You bring people in to steal the show, and then they steal the show, and then you get mad about it. Because people think you're boring. Darth Goldust, why would you think I would watch Danny McPhee? Michael, no one's requested Little Mermaid. Chase the Clown, nah, I couldn't get into it. Didn't think it was that funny. Are they still rebooting X Files? Been no new news on it. Fairy cake flavor, poontang pie. This part with Expendables forecast, you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. Silver, why would I request it? Uh, arcade. You watch a lot of dirty videos, huh? Cream pies. I know what those videos are. Arcade, do you like a lot of cream pies? You like those videos, huh? Which one? Is it Pornhub or X videos you watch in arcade? I see what you're doing. Do that while playing an arcade machine? I didn't see Barton Fink. Sylvia, I do paid requests. I've said that 3 times now. Aliens Dark Descent, don't, yeah, I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it. I don't really have a favorite Thundercat. I remember not minding it, but I didn't follow the show as much as Ninja Turtles and other stuff, so I can't answer it. Um, sure, Jack Frost, if it's a paid request, yeah. I'm pretty open to anything if it's a paid request, as long as it's manageable. Not like watch this 3 hour movie for $2. I'm like, nah, come on. Like if it's manageable. We'll save you, then I'm sorry. Then oh well. Any movie you love but can understand what others wouldn't. I don't know. Well, that film I showed the other night, The Strangeness, I like the film, but I can understand why people don't. I have the Blu-ray over there. I showed it the other day. I like the film, but I can see why people don't. I think I showed the cover the other day. Didn't watch Johnny Quest. And you didn't answer my question, RK. Which cream pie do you like? X videos or Pornhub? I'm goofing. Wolfman, Ron Gosling, I don't care. I mean, why am I intrigued by another Wolfman film? Aren't there enough Wolfman movies? There's that one Benicio del Toro. I wouldn't want to hang out with any actors. I don't give a shit about that kind of stuff. I really don't. Because don't meet your heroes because they're probably dickheads. So I would not want to meet anybody in that form. I don't even remember my thoughts on Booty Nights, to be perfectly honest. Well, if he's like Bigfoot, then it wouldn't be a werewolf, Jack Frost. My perfect cast for Expendables movie? It depends. Are we talking about a sequel to the first one, or are we talking about like what's the scenario? What year? All that jazz. Like what year would it be coming out? Because some of these people are too old and stuff. How many? Like, we don't put like 40 people in or something. Is there a limit? Saying you can only have 5 people, you can only have 7, you can only have 8. See, like, what are the parameters? Bad horror movies with at least one good character? I can't remember. The bad movies are the ones I don't really think about. I don't really think about the bad movies. I'd have to think I'm sure if I had to think about it for a good 10 minutes, but I don't know. Do you agree we can have good action movies with 70-year-old actors? No, not nowadays, no. There's a time when you have companies like Canon Films with Charles Bronson, Death Wish 3, sure. Nowadays, no. So, no, I don't agree. Not nowadays. Second favorite David Fincher film after The Game would probably be maybe Fight Club. Hey there, Johnny. A bad movie you wish you could erase from your memory? Alien 3. James Woolville. I don't know who that is. I don't even remember him from those movies. Your top 10 cast wish list if it got made in 2016? 10? Hey there, Tim. Didn't see Gone Girl. I don't know. 10. Expendables 4. Well, you'd have Stallone and Statham, Dolph Lundgren as a serious character. You would have Van Damme as a twin. You would have Martha Costas. You would have Jeff Speakman. And honestly, I would put. See, that's the thing, though, is that who would you get? Are we talking? Are we talking about good guys, or do we have to add like who the bad guys are too? See, I see. That's why I did, with questions like that. Twister or Independence Day. I like both. It's hard for me to choose. Appointment with Fear. I don't even know if I've seen that. If I did, I don't remember a thing about it. The Marine, it sucks. Sylvia, no. Both good and bad. So that's tough then. There's too many choices. Okay, Expendables 4. The team be limited. It will be 5 good guys. No, actually, 7. Well, Stallone, Statham, Dolph. I don't know. That's tough. No, that's tough. I don't know. I can't think of it. Do you think Critters of New Binge would be better if it had Don Opera Terrence Mann in it? No, because it has a shitty story and a stupid fucking story about a mom getting fucked by a critter and giving birth to a half human, half critter. I don't care if you had Sylvester Stallone in it, it'd be a shitty movie. Ash Williams, Sylvia. Favorite WWE film? I guess See No Evil? I can't think of any WWE films. I guess. I'd have to see a list of what WWE films there were. Okay, for Expendables, you know what? I'm gonna say the 5 would be Stallone, Dolph, Van Damme's twin, Carl Weathers, and Jeff Speakman versus The Rock, so Stallone could fight and beat up The Rock, Martha Costas, and have Jeff Speakman versus Martha Costas. Uh, who else would be a bad guy? Steven Seagal, if I forced him by gunpoint and told him to lose weight or I shoot you in the face, and then Van Damme would fight Seagal and beat him. Michael Jai White and Carl Weathers would fight Michael Jai White. And who the hell would be the fifth one? Hey there, Bobby. Cable. I had to think about that. No, Emilio Estevez would not have been a good fit. And I like him as an actor. Next Karate Kid, I think, is better than Karate Kid 3. Hey there, Waymeyer. Favorite Freddy glove design, Part 4. Favorite foreign knockoffs, I mean, that's a huge realm of a list. So it's hard for me to choose. What I say, the bad guys were The Rock, Martha Costas, Michael Jai White, Steven Seagal, if I force him at gunpoint. And you know what? Scratch that. Arnold Schwarzenegger would be a bad guy. He turns on them, and it's Stallone versus Arnold. It's Van Damme versus The Rock. It's Jesse Pinkman versus Martha Costas. It's Carl Weathers versus Michael Jai White. And then who else I have left? No, John Van Damme versus Steven Seagal has got to be that. Dolph Lundgren versus The Rock. Does that be something for Dolph Lundgren to do? So I would do that. The Dead Pit from '89, that movie, never seen it. So I would go with that. Horror FFA when it's a paid request. The 3D effects are not good in Jaws 3. That's the big complaint of the film. Waymeyer, there's a trailer for it, and it sucked. You say any news about it? Yeah, they released a trailer for it, and it looked like crap. I don't mind Terry Crews, but I don't think he needed to be in the Expendables films. I reviewed The Park Is Mine with Tommy Lee Jones. I liked it. Hard Rain, yes, I do enjoy that film. I think that's an underrated movie. Favorite Dennis Quaid films, Frequency is one of them. Hey there, Emmanuel. Broke Arrow, I choose Samuel. Best 3D horror movie? I don't know. I didn't really get into the 3D horror films. I don't think I've seen one in a theater. Hey, Uncle Bill, hope you're doing well, man. How the hell you doing, sir? How's it going, sir? How's it going? How's everything going today? Been a pretty busy night for you or such, sir? Gary, if it's a paid request, sure. I don't think I don't think you need a secret. I think the secret to the theme too is pointless nowadays. They already did a prequel and it sucked. Hey Josh, thoughts on Ted? Not really a fan of it. Well, horror FFA, those are like bad choices. Like My Bloody Valentine, I could watch, but Look at the movies you chose, Horror FFA. Texas Chainsaw 3 dicks in my face. Final Destination 4 and 5, which no one. I dare you, which one is which? Which is 4, which is 5? Saw 3D, which no one remembers. Most underrated film, Friday 13th. Well, for me, it's Jason Goes to Hell, but I'm alone in that. Trying to get by and keep rocking in the free world. I know how that goes, man. Didn't see College Road Trip. Hey, Uncle Bill, I'm sure you're busy tonight, but I just want to put this out there. The offer is always open if you want to come on. If not, no harm, no foul. I'm just saying the option's always in. No, was Saw 3D Saw the final chapter, or was the third film actually 3D? Which one was 3D? I know it Saw 3, but was it the final chapter? Was it actually the third film? Piranha 3D, yeah. Shark Night 3D. Who the hell remembers Shark Night 3D with fucking who was in that movie anyway? Is that the one where the sharks are in the light somehow and they're filming for snuff movies? Something like that, but it's PG-13. Final chapter, yeah, exactly. Final chapter. That's what I was thinking. The final chapter. That's the one that's in 3D. Now I saw 3 in 3D. Saw 7 in 3D. Yes, I know the director Sally passed away, who did Final Destination 2, Cellular, Snakes on a Plane. Yeah, it's too bad. But Shark Night wasn't really a good movie. Favorite Pacino film that isn't Scarface or Heat? I really like Any Given Sunday. I really like Injustice for All. That's a great courtroom movie. Just Married, I didn't see. What's your pain? Yeah, I didn't see it. Mutator, I didn't see. Black Punisher, I guess I would choose. I don't know. We Were Soldiers, Black Hawk Down. I don't know. I like both of those movies. I don't know. I don't know who I would choose or what I would choose. I mean, Saw 6 underperformed. Yeah, look how Saw 7 did. Nothing. And then they had the new Saw film, Jigsaw. That did nothing. And then what the fuck else? You had Spiral. That did nothing. And they're doing another Saw film and it will do nothing. Keep making these Saw films that don't do anything. Witch Trap, I don't think I saw. I saw Witch Board. If I saw Witch Trap, I don't remember a thing about it. 30 Rock or Seinfeld, didn't watch them, so no opinion. Training Day, I don't mind the film. Actually got a request to do a commentary on that, but I don't know how much I have to say about the film, but decent film. I know people got tired of Saw after the third film. Everybody seemed to know that, except the people who kept making them. Well, Uncle Bill will like this. Coming up will be reviews. I got requested for the first 5 of these movies. And Uncle Bill will know what this is. There we go. The first 5 of these movies will be coming soon to a YouTube near you. Because got a request to review the first 5 of these movies. Bloodfist. I have the DVD over there that has the first 2. Bloodfist 3. Where he's in prison. Bloodfist 4. And you know what? These are the first time I've seen these, to be honest. And of the first 5, there's 8 of these movies. There's 8 of these movies, but the request for the first 5, I liked the first 4. The 5th one was kind of but the first 4 was kind of fun. The first one is, yeah. I'll be honest, I wasn't sure on Don the Dragon Wilson when I first saw him because I saw like Future Kick or something. I'm like, I don't know about his fighting. Like he's a good kickboxing guy, but his fighting didn't seem he seemed a bit slower, not as slick or polished like Van Damme and stuff. And the first Bloodfist is kind of it's an okay time waster, but it has a lot of issues. Like there's this weird sound design where like the very beginning there's blood as like this sound, and like there's a bit where the guy who's the roof jumper in Lethal Weapon, who Mel Gibson's like, do you really want to jump? And they jump off the roof. He plays a fighter in Bloodfist 1. Him and the bad guy fight, and like the whole room has this wind sound for some reason. And like during the montage, Don the Dragon's training, and the bag, who's that smell? Is filled with goat shit. And I'm like, I don't know about this Bloodfist. It's okay. I do think the second one is the best one, and then these two I had a lot of fun with as well, despite their flaws. But I think the sequel is the best one, part two. I do think that's the best. I did like this one. Richard Roundtree from Shaft is in it, and this one I had some fun with. Has James Tolkien from the principal from Back to the Future, Strickland. You got Gary Daniels, another martial artist in there. So I think these are out of print, but it was a little DVD set with the first four. They're all on YouTube, by the way. For anyone who ever wants to watch these movies, they're all on YouTube. Someone uploaded all these on YouTube. So, and there's 8 of them, but the first 5 will be coming to YouTube. If anyone's seen Dawn the Dragon, what's your favorite Dawn the Dragon Wilson movie? There's Cybertracker 1 and 2, Ring of Fire 1, 2, and 3, Bloodfist movies, Future Kick. There's that one with Andrew Dice Clay that I haven't seen yet. I know Vinegar Syndrome released the Blu-ray. I still need to pick that up sometime. Whatever it takes. Yeah, they made 8 of these because Roger Corman produced all of these. Now, of course, the first Blood Fist was 89 after the success of Bloodsport. So Bloodsport was 88, thus this came out 89, and for the low budget, it made a lot of money on VHS. So Blood Fist 2 came out. He has the same character name, but it's not really in connection with the first one. And then all these are different movies. He plays like a guy named Jimmy here. He plays like a guy named Danny here. He plays a guy named Nick, I think in part 6. This is a prison movie. Part 4 is he's a repo man and he picks up the wrong car, and there's the FBI, the CIA, all this stuff. The second film is like Enter the Dragon mixed in with a little bit of American Ninja 2 because he had like the super steroids. And you have Bloodfist 6, I think, is like Die Hard. So there's 8 of these movies, and they're all on YouTube for those who want to watch them. These have no features. I think Shout Factory released a Blu-ray of the first movie, but no problem, Premiere. Oh, thank you, Bobby. Sorry I didn't see this sooner. Damn it. Thank you so much, Bobby. Thank you, man. Sorry I didn't see this sooner. And I haven't seen Opera. 2 questions. What if you did an ice bucket challenge with your friends? And second, I know you don't know this guy. Well, okay, the ice bucket challenge, I don't know. I mean, never really thought of it. I don't know if it really would accomplish anything. So, what would be the point of it? That's kind of how I look at it. It doesn't really help anybody. It doesn't really help anybody get better. So, I've heard of Fat Samurai Guy on YouTube. Uh, he probably doesn't know who I am, so that's probably not going to happen. Like I know Viking Samurai, I don't know him, but I know of him. Same with that guy. They do action movie reviews, but they don't know who I am and What was I supposed to do? Hey, you don't know me, but you don't know who the fuck I am, but hey, let me do your stream, goddammit. So that ain't gonna fucking work. So I mean, they don't know who I am, so that's the point. I'm not a big popular guy, despite what some people think, and I appreciate that. I'm not a popular guy. There are people who have, to get like 200 viewers on YouTube and 50 comments, and I'm lucky if I get 100 views on a video. I'm not, but I know who I am, what I am, where I am, and I've accepted it. So I just do this to have fun. The requests help a lot. Stuff like this help a lot. Thank you, Bobby. And it is what it is. So, you can either complain or you can be happy. And right now, I'm happy. So, thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that. And it's cool to get people like Uncle Bill on streams, Stuntman Mark, he's a good guy, other people like that. And again, those people, they always have they always, the offer's always there to come on. The offer's always open. Because people, like, I trust the guys at Tippett. I trust Stuntman Mark. I trust Mike and Effrey and Fabio and them. Was guys I trust, if they ever want to come on a stream for 10 minutes or 10 hours, well, not 10 hours, but I'm more than happy. Moonstalker, I didn't see. Bloodsport is better than Bloodfist, although I didn't mind Bloodfist. Forbidden Kingdom, it was a boring as fuck movie. Uh, I have not seen the Arnold docu series. Okay, I have to give that a look. So, do they go into detail of any of the movies he does, or is just about his life? Like maybe they go into the Terminator and like the popular, but like does the Running Man get talked about, or is it just more about his life? Maybe that's what it is. One day I'll check it out. I have to get to requests, and I'll be busy with them, but I'll try to do that a look someday. Arnold docu-series. And I don't have Netflix because Netflix sucks, but I'll find another way. Bodybuilding, acting, politician. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Just talk about how he fucked up California. That's what I've heard. I've heard he really fucked up California. The governor of California, he fucked it up for everybody. I don't know about Arnold nowadays. He's a guy that just fucking, I don't know what happened to the guy. I still remember that bit where he's like, if he didn't take the shot, he'd be like, screw your freedom. What the hell's wrong with you? Screw your freedom. Terminator Twins, Hercules, Conan, a few more. Okay, cool. Yeah, it makes sense because those are the films he's proud of. Like, I don't think he's a fan of the Running Man, so he would never talk about that. Same with End of Days and other stuff. So, yeah. Well, yeah, they probably talk about the films he likes. Like, he doesn't like the Running Man, so he's not going to talk about the Running Man. He doesn't, are you going to get Super Mario Bros. On Blu-ray? Nah, I don't need it on Blu-ray. Where's Van Damme movie? Derailed is pretty bad. Derailed is pretty awful. What do you think? Leviathan's the sequel to John Carpenter. This one? Uh, you could look at it like that. Sure, it has the same, a similar DNA. So yeah, but yeah, I love the film. It's a childhood favorite of mine. So yeah, I could see that, man. It also talks about how depressed he was after. Uh, well, you know what? I liked Last Action Hero. I think that film's underrated, and I think people didn't understand it. I think it's actually a fun movie, but yeah, I like Last Action Hero. I think he's underrated. Uh, what did he not like about The Running Man? He said it was poorly directed. He didn't like the way the director made the film. He said that the film looked like a TV show, which I'm like, Arnold, that's the fucking point. It's supposed to be a fucking TV show. Like, that's the fucking point. It's the running. But he thought, I didn't understand his fucking. It's like Predator 2. He doesn't like Predator 2. I don't like it. It takes place in the city. It's bullshit. I love it. I'm like, why? Why does it have to take place in the jungle? Psycho Hobo, I did get that. That review is coming soon. Animal Farm. Uh, I didn't hate it. I just think the backstory of the film's a lot more interesting because Animal Farm is an animated film funded by the CIA, and I think that's more interesting than the film itself. But I didn't hate the film. Well, thank you, man. Arnold docu-series was pretty good. It's more about his life. Some movies are brought up, but Running Man isn't talked about. Yeah, again, he doesn't like the film, so I understand about that. Running Man was awesome. Pretty much everything he did in the 80s. Exactly. I love the Running Man. I fucking love it. Saints, I love Predator 2. How you're not alone. This this is the place to be. If you love Predator 2 Saint, this is the place to be. This is the Predator 2 fan club right here, Saint. This is the Predator 2 fan club, and I'm the president. I'm the emperor. I'm the king. If you don't like it, as Harrigan would say, fuck yourself. Fuck yourself, as Harrigan would. I'm just kidding, folks. If people don't like Predator 2, that's fine. It's a joke. It's a joke. But okay, yeah, a lot of people putting up the docu-series. I will give that a look sometime. Yeah, Arnold's not a fan of the Running Man, and I do think it's awesome. Yeah, I always like Last Action Hero. I think it's a lot smarter than people give it credit to. The whole Shakespeare scene is more witty and fun than a lot of comedies today. To be or not to be, not to be, and that's getting its 30th anniversary, right? 93. We need to do something for that, man. David Uncle Bill, get some people. Let's do a commentary. Last Action Hero, man. There you go. Actually, he'd be like, I don't even know if he likes the film. See, a lot of people like Predator 2. There you go. Yeah, Stallone's the Terminator in the universe. That was you. What are you talking about? This is one of his best roles. Uh, Chris O'Donnell play Robin again? No, no, thank you. Uh, Predator 2 is a lot of fun. Deceiver with Tim Roth, never heard of it. Daymare or The Thing PS2, which is worse. The Thing PS2, honestly. I saw it in theater. I hated when it came out because I didn't understand it. Came on the heels of T2. Yeah, that's what everyone expected. Yeah, that's true. I love it now as one of the best soundtracks in action film. Yeah, you have Big Gun, AC/DC. You have Last Action Hero. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Last Action Hero. A lot of love for Last Action Hero. All right. Do it right now. Let's do a commentary, goddammit. Yeah, it's like 9 p.m. There it was 9 p.m. Get your ass on here and do a commentary Last Action Hero. Thank you, Clark. Fox is the most overrated TV channel of all time. I hate that they turned the moms on their shows into miserable women. Marge, Lois, and Peggy became like that. Did they? I don't watch it. I don't watch cable nowadays, so Is that what they turned him into? If so, I'm not surprised. But I don't watch Fox. I don't watch cable. I don't have cable. Does anyone even have cable nowadays? But I don't watch cable. So I don't know what the hell's on Fox. I don't know what's on any channels, to be honest. Does MTV still not have music like they haven't had? See, that'd be a fun topic. I mean, like Uncle Bill CT, you guys love music. Did you ever watch MTV? And if so, how do you feel about when they just said we're not have any more music on music television? No, anybody out there who watched MTV back in the day, how do you feel like if you go on there now, it's like 18 episodes of what the hell's that show? Ridiculous or something? Ridiculous, something. But yeah, they don't have any shit anymore. Daddy told me not to trust you. He said you killed Mozarts. F. Murray Abraham, exactly. Honorary member, that's not up to me. Julie Evans, feel free. That's up to you, Julie. But yeah, I don't know if they turn him into that, man. I don't know. So I'm not surprised. I haven't seen 1,000 Ways to Die. I thought it was stupid. They made like $1 billion on that shit, like Teen Mom and Jackass. So I guess they were right after all. I hate it though. Yeah, I mean, if they do music, do they even? I guess they do. Maybe they do music videos, but they just upload to YouTube. I love Adventures of Ford Fairlane. I fucking love that film to death. I think it's totally underrated, and it's hilarious as hell. I love it. That's another commentary that we got to do sometime, some way, some shape, some form, because you have you didn't think we killed the fucking koala bear, did we? Hey, Broad Stipe. Animal Farm has that message of people are equal, but some are more equal than others that I always found relevant for today. Yeah, I understood that. And I think the film's okay. It's just because of the time period it was made in the 50s, it couldn't go harsher because of the rating of that time. The animation was old so. I also didn't like that the other ones didn't have any speech patterns. Only the pigs did, because it'd be nice to. You couldn't really have the other characters as actual characters. Like there was a horse, there was a donkey, but you never really heard what they were thinking. So there was no uh, characters for me to get behind, other than okay, I feel sorry for him. But as a narrative, I appreciate more its themes than it as an actual narrative. But you'll hear more about that in the review. But that's kind of where I'm coming from as ahead of time before I upload it. But yeah, I get what you mean by that, where that's relevant today. I definitely get that. Yeah, I love the Dice Man. I always remember that scene with him and Robert England, where it's like, "Come on, let's fight mano to mano." Anyway, you want it. And then Dice pulls that gun out and shoots him. Takes for what gun? That's for being a fucking jerk off. Mano mano. What the fuck does mano to mano mean? Use your head. Snap her head. And that's what I mean. It was taking the piss out of action films, and Rennie Harling did it, who knew action films. And then you get a guy like Dice. It's like, let's take the. People didn't understand. Ford Fairlane took the piss out of action films. And people were so hell bent on the controversy of Dice, they didn't understand it. Think about that. At the end of the film, what usually happens? The partner or an ally gets killed off. In this case, it's a fucking koala bear that he dies a fucking gift that gets hung. This is like in the middle of the film, actually. And then the goof on how everything blows up. Well, his microwave blows up. Then the fucking whole house blows up. Then it's fun. Oh, they brought my baby back. He with the car. Then the car blows up. Like people don't understand that. Like surviving crazy falls and they're falling and it cuts to people shot and Ford's like, my hair. Or talking to what the tourists. We're from Ohio. Yeah, and I'm from my dad's penis. Get out of here. Arnold hates both the Running Man and Last Action Hero. Last Action Hero probably because it bombed so badly, but he hates the Running Man. He thought he didn't like the direction, he didn't like the director, the way he made the film. He thought it looked cheap like a TV show. He's not a fan, just like he's not a fan of End of Days. I didn't go to Fort Friendly for the violence. I went into it for the comedy. Yeah, but what was the singer from oh god, from I can't believe I can't remember the damn band. But he's singing and he's in the see-through coffin and the fucking coffin's rolling down the fucking mountain and all the fans are going after it and Dice is driving the funeral car and he thinks there's a dead body in the back. And then gets to the sides like I don't know. He's looking at the titties. I hope you got your donor cards filled out. And then during this car chase, it stops, and she's alive. Is that she was fooling around in the back with someone, and it steers the shav and dies, and he runs away. But yeah, I didn't. I think Running Man has my favorite Arnold quotes and just quotes in general. I'll be back only in a rerun. Yeah, Tim, I haven't had either of those food. Thai or Vietnamese, I can't answer that. Yeah, here's Sub Zero, now Plane Zero. Hey, sweetie pie, one of us is in big trouble. I'll leave you to see you eat that contract, but you better leave some room for my fist to go jam it to your stomach or break your goddamn spine. Hey, Christmas tree, follow me, light bulb. I'm not vegan. Who said I'm vegan? I love chicken. I love pepperoni on the pizza. I love bacon. I love hamburgers, cheeseburgers. Uh, Johnny, I don't mind the changing cast of Elm Street 4. It didn't bother me. The Force 94 didn't see it. Brooklyn's Finest, I barely remember it. I do. I'm one of those guys that I get chicken plain. I want the chicken and the bun. If I want a cheeseburger, I want the cheese, the bacon, or well, bacon cheeseburger is great. I want the bacon, the cheese, and the burger. That's it. I don't want all the other shit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Because I want what's on the fucking title. You give me chicken, I want the chicken and the bun. Okay? I love Popeye's chicken. Fucking love Popeye's chicken. Plant-based burgers? No, that seems unconstitutional. You can't have plant-based burgers. They don't go together. It's unconstitutional. You can't have it. You know, it's funny. I looked at that thing with the Jim Cornette, and sometimes I wonder if I'm the fucking Jim Cornette in movie reviews, only not nearly as popular. Sometimes, I listen to Jim Cornette, I'm like, he sounds like me, only as it's movies instead of wrestling. Like, I like spicy chicken and all that for chicken. I don't like ketchup. I don't like mustard. I don't want pickles. I don't want any of that shit. Popeyes, like I said, Popeyes is my favorite chicken place. No, I don't listen to Bruce Pritchard because he's a lying sack of shit who lies about everything. He will kiss Vince McMahon's ass with a tongue so far up his rectum, he's tickling it for a week. He could make Vince smoosh the splooge without touching a hair on a ball sack. Bruce Pritchard pitches and catches with Vince all night long. Well, no, I don't agree with him on his politics, but I agree with him on the wrestling. Guerrero, I appreciate that, but that's not true. But thank you for the kind words. John Cena, The Rock, easily The Rock. John Cena sucks, has sucked at everything. Worst Vince Vaughn performance? Psycho remake. Nightmare on My Street. Whatever. I didn't really listen to much of his songs, honestly. Will Smith. THS 113. I believe I reviewed it. I could appreciate what he could do with a small budget. Because that film I really loved, narrative wise or character wise. I never liked Cena. I thought his wrestling sucked. I thought his promos sucked. I thought he had charisma, as much charisma as a carrot. When he would do wrestling moves, he would fall on his ass and botch. Hey, thank you, Omega Bear. Yesterday I saw Braveheart. I tried to search for a review on your page, but couldn't find one. Any chance of you reviewing it? Maybe it's a paid request, but that would have to be a bigger one because that film's like 3 hours long at least. And those are a lot longer to watch and review and do all stuff. So I like the film. I probably don't rewatch it much because I don't like that he dies at the end. Spoiler. But it is a good film. It's a very long film, and the ending is a bummer, but it is a good film. I'll say that. Mel Gibson, despite he fucked up, folks, he fucked up. He apologized for it. Hey there, Victor. He's apologized for it. It doesn't mean what he did was right, but he apologized for it. And you know what? I still like Mel Gibson, the actor and the director. I like that movie he did On the Line that came out recently. That was a thriller where he played the radio host. I like that movie. I like the ending because the ending reminded me of April Fool's Day. Well, that's probably a spoiler, but that's I like that. So Braveheart is a good movie. Uh, Best Vince Vaughn movie. I like Swingers a lot. I don't remember Cat in the Hat 2003. I don't remember anything about that movie. Yeah, people get mad at the ending for On the Line, but I liked it. I thought it was refreshing and different. I prefer seeing when he first started Ruthless Aggression. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's more tolerable compared to later. Yeah, I like Hacksaw Ridge as well. I did like that movie too. I like Freaky. I believe I reviewed that on the channel. But I did like Freaky. That was a horror film. Uh, but yeah, the worst one is easily the Psycho remake. I can't think of a worse Vince Vaughn movie he's done was other than Psycho, the remake. The most pointless fucking remake in existence. I don't understand what the director's frame of mind was of we're going to remake it so that nobody else does, or what the hell was his reason? I still don't understand his reason. Fly Living Dead, I saw that once. I don't remember a thing about it. Oh, I did see a review's coming tomorrow. Speaking of flight movies, has anyone here seen? I thought this was pretty good. Blood Red Sky. Has anyone seen it or heard it? Maybe I'm alone in liking this movie. Came out in 2021, Blood Red Sky. Let's see, Vince Vaughn kind of. Yeah, Vince Vaughn is kind of there in the Lost World. Red Eye, I would call it a thriller. Blood Red Sky, I thought was a pretty decent movie. It's a kind of like if you took Air Force One meets Nosferatu. A review that will be uploaded tomorrow. But yeah, sorry about that retro analog. But yeah, Blood Red Sky, it was Air Force One meets uh Air Force One meets Nosferatu. Is about a mom and a kid. The mom's taking suppressants for vampirism. And while they're on a flight, it's a German horror film, action film. And during it, there's hijackers that come across. And so it's her flashbacking to how she became a vampire, but also her having to deal with these hijackers. And it's 2 hours long, but I thought it was fairly well made. The acting was fairly good. I watched the with the subtitles because the dubbing could ruin it. And just a good looking movie. I liked the concept. If you're expecting like choreographed action, that type of thing, you may be disappointed, but it's more of a. I know some said it was like Train to Busan with, but on a plane. I don't know. But yeah, I actually liked it. Blood Red Sky. Take Care Saints. On a scale of 1 to 10, uh, what? How awful? Uh, dog shit. Why Man Can't Jump remake? The fact this is a remake, again, dog shit. Fuck the remake. And fuck Expendables 4. They can kiss my ass. Fair variety of fries, I just go with McDonald's. Take Care Saints. Have a good night. But yeah, Blood Red Sky I thought was a pretty decent movie. Yeah, it was a nice surprise. So that review will be uploaded late tonight to early tomorrow. You knew the second Megan Fox was in it, you would hate it. Well, yeah, that's true. Luther Birder, no, never heard of it. I don't have Disney Plus, so I don't know. Why would you want to watch a White Man Can't Jump remake? That's my question. Why would you want to watch it? Why would you wanna? So you see a bunch of non-talented people try to replicate the success of a '90s classic and failing with more PC dialogue and more Disney-fied hijinks. Oh, that's a great selling point. Well, Netflix films, people get mad at me, but I actually liked Bright with Will Smith. I know it's Will Smith. I liked the movie. I'm not gonna lie, I liked Bright. I like Day Shift with Jamie Foxx. Hey, Jamie Foxx, I hope he's getting better, man. I really do think Jamie Foxx is getting. I hope he's getting better after his stroke. I really like Day Shift. I like The Gray Man. I like Distraction. I know there's a sequel coming out. I don't know about that, but I like the first Distraction. I liked Blood Red Sky. Yeah, this was Netflix. I did like that movie. See, I don't hate everything, but it's just, I say it, nobody watches the fucking videos. If I like something, it gets like 50 views. So if I hate something, then people watch it. That's the thing. I like a lot of movies, just no one knows about it, just no one watches those fucking videos. He likes something? Fuck this. I ain't watching. Next. Boyhood? Nope, never seen it. Side Effects? Never seen it. Yeah, Jamie Foxx had a stroke. That's why his the film he was doing with Cameron Diaz got shut down. He was in the hospital. Let me see if it says. If there's any updates on that. Let me check. Yeah, he had a stroke. Sorry if you're wondering why I'm looking this up. So I'm just trying to look over here. Pretty much, there were people claiming that the shot did it to him, and people are saying his rep is like, no, that had nothing to do with it. I don't know anything about that shit. I really don't. All it's all about this is that telling me if he's doing better or not. It's all about this conspiracy BS. I'm like on the third page is all this fucking conspiracy shit. Sam, no, why do I have to do that? Nobody else does it. All these big YouTubers, they're not putting rants in their fucking titles, so why do I have to? People watch the video, whether they like or dislike the film, and then lo and behold, you find out watching the video whether the person likes it or not. Wow. You mean they find out whether you liked or disliked it by watching the video? Oh, shit. That's a weird concept. Uh, Street Fighter 6 MK1? No, I only have a PS4. Fuck the new Flash movie. Human Nature, never seen. Don't need any more Shrek films. Magnolia wasn't a fan of. But yeah, so I don't care about Elysium. Can to do something different. Is that I've been doing the same thing for like 10 years. I would like to do some different stuff and change it up a bit and try to be more creative. Like, why can't I do that? Like, it has to be rant. I mean, maybe I don't like being pigeonholed as much. By your logic, it's the same thing. So why is this conversation even happen in the first place? If you could tell what I think just by looking at the thumbnail, then that doesn't mean I need to put rant in it. That's my whole point, is that this whole issue of why don't you put rants in your titles anymore? It's a ridiculous conversation when literally I could just have my face in the thumbnail or put change it up and be more creative, put disappointing or say something in the title. So this whole point of people complaining incessantly about you don't put rants in the title anymore is just ridiculous. Just ridiculous to me. That's like getting mad at Dead Pit saying you didn't put rant in the title or other people. That'd be ridiculous. Exactly, to be different. It got tiresome to put rant all the time and look on it and put, okay, of these 10 movies, 7 of them just say rant, rant, rant. It got tiring to see that. It's nice to be a bit different and try to change it up a bit. Exactly. Thank you. Again, if you could tell by my face and the thumbnail, it's me doing the same thing, but trying to do something a little bit more different with it instead of just saying rant, rant, rant. So it's the same thing. So I just don't see what the issue is. It's literally the same thing. It's Ali Tam. Thank you. It's Ali. So I just want to make it unique. And that's the what I looked at. It was, and I couldn't find the word in the past, but they redundant was the right word for it. But you did in the same bit. That's why I do thumbnails like this, and the try to make people chuckle at the thumbnail, or have a title that maybe piques their interest. Oh, he thought this was a nice surprise. Oh wow, he thinks this sucks, or he said it a different way. I want to try to grow the channel. I want to try to do something different with it. No, it's fine, Julie. No one's being mean or rude. It just I just want to be a bit different after 10 years of doing the same thing. But you're still getting the same content. So anyway, sorry about all that. I forget where we're at. Let me see. This thing here didn't do it all the way. Stupid thing. Stupid thing. Sorry, I'm transferring videos and stupid thing didn't work. So I have to try it again. Max Payne playthrough. Uh, you mean for PlayStation 2 or is it on another thing? Uh, oh, maybe that was the problem. I have to put this in the other there. If you want to do, I'm transferring videos, and one of these USB ports aren't the best, so I think I have to get into the other USB port, make it be a bit better. Anyway, let's see. Man. Oh, this stupid thing. There we go. How much do I love Hard Targets? One of my favorite films ever. Love the film a lot. Love the film immensely. Yeah, sometime. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry I haven't said anything. Just trying to get some other stuff done here as well. Let me go back here. Again, thank you to the people out there for the kind words. I appreciate it. And Road to Perdition, I barely remember. Worst Stephen Teen movie. Trucks is up there. What was that one? Cell, that was a pretty bad one as well. Let's see. Thank you, Alexandru. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. That's cool. I'm glad you like Van Damme as well. That's nice to see. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it, man. Without a Trace Cold Case, I didn't see those shows. The closest horror host I watched was Joe Bob Briggs, and I think it was the tail end of Monster Vision because I remember seeing the Dust to Dawn Friday the 13th marathon. I remember seeing that and really enjoying it. Had a lot of fun, had a ball seeing all that stuff. And it was Friday the 13th 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. And that was actually the first time I actually saw some of those movies. Like the first time I saw some of those movies was that marathon with Joe Bob Briggs. No, Premonition, The Parent Trap aren't really the kind of movies I watch. I like all the Dirty Harry films. My favorite is Magnum Force, but I like all the Dirty Harry films. Favorite Cinema High performance, From Dusk Till Dawn, and Everly. Thank you, Alexandru. In a real life fight to the death, who would you put your money on? Dolph. Do you see how massive he could punch? I mean, he punched Stallone so hard he moved his heart to boy he had to go to the hospital. Was it Shokusin karate or something? That's not something to mess around with. So I would go with Dolph Lundgren. Such Lies, a videotape I never saw. 11-14, I know I saw, but I don't remember a thing about it. Favorite Jason kill, part with the guy walking on his hands, and part 3, and then Jason coming down with the machete to steer the guy into the two pieces. I agree with Martyrs. I'm not a fan of Martyrs. I found it very boring. Very, very boring movie. Not a fan of Martyrs at all. Van Damme, I like more in his film, but I love Dolphin as well. Knockaround Guys, I barely remember. Burning Heart, that's a good song to listen to. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate it. I know you don't like Transformer movies anymore, but what was your favorite movies of the film? Favorite moments of the films? The end credits, because it was over. So I would say the end credits were my favorite moments of the films. The end credits, because it was over, and I don't need to see the film again. And I have been relieved of my duty of dealing with this conundrum of bullshit. So Megan Fox looking hot? No. She doesn't take her clothes off, so that's null and void. So I can't count that. No titties, no ass, no issues, no problems. I call bullshit on that. There's issues and problems with me. So, yeah. The end credits are my favorite moments. Yes, I do like the first Highlander. Multiplicity, it was okay. I don't think it was as funny as some people make it out to be, but it was all right. Serbian film was way worse, but I don't like Martyrs either. Favorite Beetlejuice character? Beetlejuice himself. Zid Zaid? No, I didn't see it. I don't care what Megan Fox does unless she retires. Then I'll celebrate. Monsters, mythical creatures you would ever like to see play the hero in the movie. No, not really. They already did dragons, so I don't know what else he would do. No, now that I think about it. My favorite TV channel? I don't watch TV anymore, so I don't have a favorite TV channel. What about Martyrs? Because an hour of that movie is just a person getting the shit kicked out of them for stupid reasons. We want to have them see the afterlife. No, they could just be making shit up or hallucinating, and you wouldn't know it was that either. It's such a faulty concept. I'm going to torture this person until they see the afterlife. I'm like, how you know if they don't see a hallucination or they lie to you or anything in between? It's such a stupid fucking plot and a boring plot. Watch a person be tortured for an hour. The movie. Haven't seen The Whale. This Mission Impossible, maybe. But it's going to be a cliffhanger ending because they're doing a two-part, just like everything. It's got to be split up to two parts. Fast and Furious ending now in three parts. Mission Impossible now in two parts. This is, all. You mean this one? This is Danny Glover from Predator 2. Hey, Neopunk. Would I take steroids? Why would I do that? Cyborg, Universal Soldier. Universal Soldier is the technically the better movie, but Cyborg I'm more nostalgic for. Shit, someone was asking me about Max Payne. I forgot to see their answer. Someone was asking me about the Max Payne video game, and I asked the question, but I think I missed their answer. Damn it! Oh well, because he asked, "Would you do a Max Payne playthrough?" I'm like, PS2, or I guess maybe it's on PS4. Mickey Rourke is a good actor, but made a lot of bad decisions that crippled his career. Being hard to work with directors, boxing didn't help either. Well, I have it on PS2. There'd be no way for me to record it unless bootleg style, and a lot of people don't like that, so they get annoyed by that. So take care, Victor. Yeah, I've heard of No Mercy with Richard Gere. I don't remember a whole lot. You can't you can't put PS2 games into PS4. Let's see this. Thoughts on the Human Centipede? It sucked. Bunch of people sewing assholes to mouths. What a great concept. Thank you, Bobby. I really appreciate your generosity, man. Thank you so much. From what I heard in the Transformer movies, there's no Michael Bay's humor, and the robots are the stars of this new film. Well, that's a step in the right direction. I'll give you that. Excuse me. It's a step in the right direction. I'll give you that. So, oh, from the PS4 store. So, okay, so it's on there. Okay, that sounds cool. Maybe one day. Thank you. Maybe one day I'll pick it up if I ever have time. I do have a video game coming up because there's a request. There's a very generous request from Lucas. I'm playing the first two Uncharted games, so those will be uploaded as playthroughs. Because Lucas, again, thanks to him, he sent in a very, very generous paid request. So Uncharted 1 and 2 will be coming. Because thanks to Lucas, he's very generous on that. Well, I mean, if it's a paid request, I'd do it, but that very rarely happens, and I'm just busy with requests, so maybe if I get spare time, I will. Hugh Jackman or Christian Bale, who do you like more? I guess Christian Bale for Equilibrium and American Psycho. Less Than Zero, I didn't see. Did not see Less Than Zero. Thanks, Alexandru. I appreciate it. The Matrix, but I do like Equilibrium. I do think it's underrated. I like Fight Club. Wolverine or Cyclops? Wolverine, I'll choose. I've been playing the first Uncharted game. I really enjoy it. A lot of fun, smooth controls. I suck at them. I suck at games, so there's raging just because I suck at them. But it is a very well done game. Disturbing behavior, it's so. It's there. By the way, Neil Punk, I wanted to answer a question that I saw the other night. I didn't see it until after the fact. You were asked about my thoughts on Face Off. So to clarify, Face Off, I'm very wishy washy on. There are times I'm like, it's okay compared to today's movies. I'll put it that way. Compared to today's movies, yes, I'd rather take Face Off and go, it's okay. But the movies at that time, I do feel is overrated, and I'm not really a fan. And I could joke and say, "Oh, the film sucks." In comparison for me to like Broken Arrow and Hard Target and other stuff. Cliffhanger, Demolition Man. I just Face Off. I feel is overrated. Same with Point Break. I've never been a fan of those two movies. So compared to today, they're okay. For the movies of that time period, I think they're overrated. In my opinion, there's a lot more better, entertaining, better paced, fun movies. Like Broken Arrow, I love a lot more than Face Off. I think Broken Arrow is a criminally underrated film. I think it has a better, fun, more fun John Travolta performance. I think Christian Slater makes for a much better hero in that movie compared to Nick Cage and Face Off. I think it's a better paced movie because Face Off is like 2.5 hours long, and there's too many subplots. It just slows it down. And there's a lot of long stretches where not a lot happening, at least to me. Oh, thank you, Sekobo. I appreciate it. Uncharted 2 is probably my favorite. The series I've played, the set pieces, the story, everything about it I love. Cool. So Chet, I will be playing that. I haven't played that yet. I've been playing the first one, so I look forward to that. Then, okay, cool. I'm near the end of the first game because it turned into a horror movie. That was interesting because I'm playing Uncharted as Indiana Jones. I'm so all of a sudden I'm like, there's mutants in this, and it's a horror movie. This is cool. I actually like that. I wish there was more of that, but I like that. I like became like a creature feature game for a bit. I wish there was more of that, but I did like that bit. So that was really cool. No, no problem, Neopon. I just wanted to clarify. I didn't see that question because if I'm talking to someone, it's hard for me to pay attention to the chat because I'm concentrating on what they're saying. So I miss stuff. I've never read any of the Rambo novels. I know of the story First Blood, but not. I don't know who Perry Reeves is. Executive Decision or Turbulence? Both are pretty bad. I don't know which is worse. Favorite movies of all time? Hard Target is in there. Aliens is in there. Aliens. Rambo First Blood Part 2 is in there, among others. Uh, first two Ninja Turtle movies. Oh, Child's Play 3. Okay. I don't remember names much. Ron or Clint Howard? Well, I mean, Ron Howard for making films like Apollo 13 and Ransom and stuff like that. Favorite Ang Lee film, Hulk. Kurt Russell still better lead than Lauren Holly. Yeah, that's true. I'll give you that. But that makes it more disappointing because Kurt Russell's the lead and it still made a very boring movie. Yeah, right. Well, if you want to see the Rambo novel in a movie, you watch The Hunted with Tommy Lee Jones and Benicio del Toro. That's the First Blood novel. The movie of that is The Hunted by William Friedkin. Ryan, hello there. Least favorite film director, Neil Breen. Favorite shootout scene in the movie, Hard Target, Hard Boiled, the ending of Rambo 4, to name a few. Hospital scene in Hard Boiled, Mardi Gras finale in Hard Target. Well, Ryan DT technically is your birthday every year, but I get what you mean. You say it was your birthday 2 years ago. Well, it's your birthday every year, but I get what you mean. Least favorite Tim Smith movie, Yoder Hosers. Ah, your birthday 2 days ago? Happy birthday, Ryan. No problem. Happy birthday. What does Brightburn have to do with The Hunted? Brightburn's like a evil superhero movie. What does that have to do with The Hunted? I don't get that. Well, Clerks 3 is the one that makes pisses me off the most. Yoda Hosers is technically, on the technical quality, the worst. I did like Nobody. I thought Bob Odenkirk did a good job. Worst Brad Pitt movie? I'd have to see a list. I don't remember. There's, I'm trying to think of one that really sticks out as being bad. Because I like Ad Astra, I like World War Z, I like Bullet Train, I like True Romance. Never seen the Black Dahlia. Never seen it. Yeah, yeah, that was pretty bad. That's definitely on the list. Santa Inc. is worse than Sausage Party. I don't remember a thing about Troy, honestly. Legends of the Fall, I didn't see. Cool World, Cool World is a good choice. I've never seen the Mexican with in 2001. White Dahlia. No, I've seen the Blue Man Group. I think Cutting Class I'd rather watch than Cool World, to be honest. I like Nacho Libre. I don't know what the other thing is. Thank you, Bobby, man. Thank you. Godzilla movies felt like comic book movies in your 80s and 90s action films. Yeah, I do see what you mean for people of that generation. I do definitely understand that point of view, which is that level of escapism, fantasy. Some of them are goofier than others, some of them more serious than others. Gojira's more serious. Son of Godzilla's more goofy. So it's dependent on your point of taste, which ones you like more and less. Uh, Especially in the 70s, a lot of them I did like. Godzilla vs. Megalon, Godzilla vs. Smog Monster, Son of Godzilla. Godzilla Final Wars is that's definitely a comic book movie type. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Perfect Score, never seen it. Pure Jets, Roland Emmerich. I go Roland Emmerich just for the sake he did Universal Soldier. Would I watch Godzilla's Revenge over Godzilla 2014? Which I was mentioning was in the 70s. I didn't watch the Godzilla anime. I don't know. I don't like either Neo Punch. So I don't know which one pissed me off more. I really don't. No, I haven't seen Liberty Stand Still, Lenny. Pretty much most of the films you mentioned, I've never seen. I don't remember Lenny, so sorry. Cryptid Chance, I have a review of the film on the channel. I reviewed the Mario Brothers movie. So if you want to feel free to watch that review to check out my thoughts on it. Again, my I did review the film on the channel, so again, feel free to watch that to hear my thoughts on it. Yeah, I reviewed Bulworth. I liked it. Would you write Yoda Hosers too if you gave you $4 million? Sure, I would just write a bunch of BS and then they can film it and rewrite it and I still keep the money. And I just say they rewrote it. What? Not my fault. Tim Smith rewrote everything. Yeah, I saw my friend Michael play the King Kong 2005 video game. It did look more interesting. And apparently, if you play that game a certain way, you can actually have King Kong live, which is interesting. I guess if it's like a second playthrough or something like that, you could play the game somehow and King Kong lives. Not the movie, but yeah. I don't remember the open season movies. Celtic Pride, that's a pretty bad movie. I mean, it's watchable in a weird way, but it's not a good movie. I could watch it because I like the cast. That's the thing. I could watch it because I like the cast. So in a weird way, it's an easy watch, but at the same time, I can't call it a good movie because it's not really that funny. And I like the cast, but the characters are deplorable. Like the characters are pretty deplorable. I think Mike thought the RoboCop game looked cheap, so I don't think he will be buying it. Plus, I don't think he has the systems for it anyway. If I made more Carmen Annihilation, what would we do differently? Don't kill off Johnny Cage. Bring back the same actor. Uh, tone down on the CGI. Don't make Liu Kang a pussy. Don't try to force every cameo you can get out of it. Instead, let the film breathe. You've got Jade, that she disappears. Here's Nightwolf, that he disappears. Here's the other Sub-Zero, that he disappears. You never see him again. Where'd he go? I don't know. Just disappeared. Mackay Pfeiffer, Michelle Pfeiffer, the MFers. Which MFer is better than the other? Which MFer is good? I haven't seen CSI New York. I've seen CSI Miami though. Kim, I have no idea who that is, so I can't even pronounce their name. Can't pronounce their name. Adrian Brody was a good leading man. I don't know if he was. I mean, he seemed out of place as well. Although he probably worked better in the video game than he did in the movie because he has really not much to do in the movie. I have Frailty on DVD. I don't think I have the Blu-ray of it, but it is a good movie. Fair Joaquin Phoenix role besides Joker. I like his character in 8 millimeter. The whole movie Indiana Jones 5 can suck my dick, let alone the de-aging. Fled with Lawrence Fishburne, awful, forgettable movie. No one remembers that film for a reason. That was like trying to be like a summer release, and no one cared to watch it. Stephen Baldwin, Stephen Baldwin was not meant to be a big star. Harrison Ford is too old to play Indiana Jones. He's 80 some years old. He's 81 years old. Yes, that's too old. Sorry. Well, sadly, I mean, if that's the case, then maybe that would lead to, well, no, it's the doctor screwing up as well. But what did Bill Paxton need surgery to begin with? Because he died because there was a screw up in the operating room. But what did he need surgery to begin with? Was his heart? If that's the case, maybe that uh, in the long run hurt it. I think I reviewed Booty Call. I think so. I'd rather watch Biodome than Fled. I had a friend in the music business. Started hanging around with Stephen Baldwin and had a nervous breakdown. Supposedly Stephen Baldwin's crazy as fuck. Jesus Christ. Damn. Wow. Well, I mean, if you're doing cocaine that much, it might lead to needing heart surgery later on. Maybe if he didn't do all that coke, he wouldn't have needed heart surgery in the first place. You know, I mean, those drugs do take a toll on you. If not today, tomorrow, give it a few decades. Well, I know I reviewed it, but the review's probably gone now. I remember it being okay. Worst Asian makeup you've seen? Guy Pearce Prometheus is pretty bad, yeah. Happy Saturday, how's it going? Hope all is well. Dan chance to wish you happy birthday, happy late birthday. Thank you, Explorer of Horror. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for the kind words. Black Punisher, that would be ridiculous to do. You don't take people to court for that. Come on. And why would I want to do in the first place? That would make no sense. Hey, Stella, favorite Scream song? You mean from the movies? I just whisper to a stream in the first movie. Joanna Man's pretty awful. Uh, Denzel's the better actor. Keanu Reeves, I liked his filmography more. Hey, EM. Good luck in your job. I'll probably be on a few more minutes anyway. I figured the past streams I've been doing has been a lot of guests, so I figured just do a solo stream for tonight. Oh, by the way, to let people know, I'll give this ahead of time. I put in my community post, but for those who didn't see it, Thursday the 15th, I will be here at 9 p.m. Central with Uncle Bill and Stemma and Mark, and we will be doing a discussion on Bloodsport, the 1988 film with Jean-Claude Van Damme. So, yep, Bloodsport discussion with Uncle Bill and Stemma and Mark this Thursday on the 15th at 9 p.m. Central. We'll be discussing everything in between of Bloodsport. Because we'll be doing start a Van Damme marathon where hopefully each week we'll talk about or do a commentary on the next Van Damme film, which will be a lot of fun. Well, they did a special edition of Leviathan and they just talked shit about the movie, the whole featurette, the special effects at least. And Kid Lorber was going to do a 4K and they announced it like 2 years ago or a year ago, and there's been no word on it. So, because they can't find the print. So there you go. Favorite Shakespeare adaptation? Last Action Hero. To be or not to be. Not to be. That's my favorite Shakespeare adaptation. Never did notify. Yeah, no one gets notified on anything. I have no idea why. I mean, because as people would say, they're being honest in their opinion and not lying about it. Well, what can you say about that in all truthfulness? I'm not a fan of Dead Meats. I don't watch his shit. Fair independent film, Blair Witch Project. Well, technically, the 99 Ninja Turtles film is an independent film, technically, because it was like the highest independent film gross wise before Blair Witch Project. So I just technically the first Ninja Turtles film in 1990 that would be called, some would call it independent film. Elijah Wood, I think, is much better than Tobey Maguire. I think he's a better actor. I think he makes more interesting choices. Yeah, I like Swingers. Yeah, that's independent film as well. Yeah, I know Sam Rockwell is in Team and T. I know. He's got he's in like two scenes. He's a guy offering the cigarettes to the new recruits. I think he's one of the people telling the cops to go to Eastman Laird Island or something like that. Black Punisher, you don't get money from that type of stuff. And what money am I going to get? They probably got like $80. I don't get. That's not how it works, Black Punisher. I'm sorry, man. I appreciate it, but it's not how it works. And I'm fine with that. I don't need money for a 10-second cameo in a documentary. It's fine. Do you think Bloodsport would have happened without Rocky? Well, it's more Into the Dragon than Rocky. Take care, Rapper Kirby. Head of State, I barely remember. Fair Lies Proteus performance other than Casey Jones. There's the prophecy, collateral damage. Hmm. I don't know what to think about it. But I'm going to end it for now. Got about 2.5 hours. Again, this Thursday, the 15th, 9 p.m. Central Time, I will be here with Uncle Bill and Stuntman Mark talking blood sports. Some reviews coming up. The first five of these movies will be reviewed sometime. There was a paid request. Some video game stuff. The first two Uncharted games. Some horror films. Blood Red Sky, which is a pretty decent film. Uh, some others, and more. So, well, Ryan, there will be more coming up of South Park season 16, episodes 1 and 2. Those will be up probably around the 12th or so. So, yeah, you guys have a good night. Take care. Thank you to Bobby. I want to give a thank you special shout out. 1 second. To Bobby, Psycho Hobo, Omega Bear, Clark Herman, Review Games and Nights, Aragorn, and Bronson for the super chats. Really appreciate it. And that was really kind of you guys to do that. Take care, all. And we will see you in the next run. Next solo stream, I don't know. It's hard to plan these out. But we will see you guys later. Be safe out there. Bye bye for now.